Hey, what's up, everybody? Virtua Kazama here. First things first, I do apologize. I was supposed to have a virtual direct that I made in the summer, and unfortunately, the bad news is I delayed it to a point where I guess I wasn't in the middle of editing something and I completely forgot about it. So I do apologize for that. But anyway, it is October 21st, 2025, at the day of this recording. And of course, we're going to do a fall edition of of the Virtual Direct. So pretty much we're going to be covering a lot of things to expect from this year, next year, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna waste you too much. I'm not gonna waste you guys too much time. But let's go ahead and just jump right down to business. Starting off with the personal stuff. I want to get the personal stuff out of the way first. So let's do that. So here we go. Okay, so the personal stuff. I want to talk about that real quick. So you guys know I've been looking for work for over 16 months. The last time I've gotten any employment was the last time I had a job was at the end of April, and since then I had to go through a lot of things from uh, you know, trying to find work, trying to move back to school. I went back to school, which I ended up doing that, and also getting married and everything as well. So there's a lot of things that has happened, but at the same time, it's like it has been affecting my mental health as of late, and of course, given the current events that's been happening, that with United States of America and the higher and a lot of people losing their jobs and whatnot, it has been incredibly hard. And I know it's not going to get any better anytime soon, but I am doing whatever I can to get back into working again, so that way I can actually start traveling to tournaments and conventions again. I know this year I didn't take a single vacation this year, as a matter of fact, because again I'm trying to do whatever I can to actually raise enough money to have a mortgage. I gotta make sure we have all the bills paid, get the mortgage paid, all that good stuff. And I've been doing a side hustle, which I'm actually am getting tired of doing. By the way, yeah, I am personally getting tired of doing it, and I'm like at a point where I'm like I need to find something as soon as possible because at this point it's really it's not bringing in the bills that I thought it would be. And of course, my wife works. My wife is working, obviously, but her stuff alone isn't going to be enough. So I do whatever I can to actually help pay the bills. But it has been a struggle, and I know this year has been this year has not been kind to me at all. It has been testing my resolve, and of course, it's trying to get me to break. But things happen. I'm hoping things will change. I'm hoping things turn around in 2026 because the year's almost over, and of course, I'm still looking for jobs, and the job market has been crap. I'm gonna say this right now: the job market has been incredibly crap. But I did change my career over to IT and stuff like that. So here's hoping things are happening, and here's hoping that I do find something because it has been way too long, guys. I think 16 months of unemployment is way too long, and I feel like I definitely need to get back on. I need to get back on track. So that's all I gotta say. Um, there is another thing I want to talk about as well, but um, I don't know if it's the right time for me to talk about it just yet. It's something very personal. I don't want to talk about it at the time of this video, so I'm gonna leave it at that for right now. I feel like my point is, I really want to come back into traveling and going to tournaments and stuff like that. Tournaments and also conventions, and of course, I still haven't gotten my honeymoon yet. Obviously, I haven't done my honeymoon as of yet either. So that's also another thing worth pointing out. But yeah, that's where I am at right now. Things have been rough for the past couple of months. Oh, this year, and I'm hoping things turn around, and I'm hoping something actually happens. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So next up, we're gonna talk about Virtua Fire Takeover. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and talk about Virtua Fire Takeover because there's a lot of things I wanted to address. Okay, so Virtual Fire Takeover. Of course, you guys know at the time of this recording, we are about a week away from the release of Virtua Fighter 5 R.E.V.O. World Stage. Now, of course, uh, we have one final bi-weekly that's going to be happening. Yeah, we have one final bi-weekly that's happening. That's sorry, one final PC only. Excuse me, PC only bi-weekly that's happening this Sunday, and we are hoping to have. If you haven't signed up yet, go ahead and do so. Leave this link in the description below as well. And then on Friday, on Halloween night, we are going to be hosting the first ever Dural Cup. So, for those wondering what the Dural Cup is, you play as it's a tournament. It's a virtual fire tournament with Dural as the only character that you can play as. This is going to be a special tournament, and I'm going to make it more of a. I'm going to make this more of a seasonal tournament. So I'm not going to do it like monthly or anything like that. I'm just going to make it a seasonal tournament because I want to make sure I want to see how good this is. So of course, this is going to be our first ever crossplay tournament. So our first ever multi-platform tournament because of course this one will have Xbox, Steam, and PC players joining in on the action. And of course, in time, Switch 2, once the game releases on Switch 2, we'll also have they'll be joining in on the action as well. So we'll go on that part. So again, registrations for that is also live as well. Come on in, have some fun, join in. Lastly, I want to talk about is the Kumite series. So back in a couple months ago, I want to say back around March, when we were celebrating the fifth anniversary, the beginning of the fifth anniversary of VF Takeover, I announced that we're going to host the VF Takeover Kumite series. So basically, it's basically one player versus a number one player taking on a bunch of other players, in a match to see the one lost the market to see it. It's just a test of resolve, and of course. There is something like that in World Stage as well. So World Stage will have the 100-man Kumite on there. But for this one, this is actually real. I'm going to be hosting this tournament. I'm going to be hosting the Kumite series soon. So again, registrations will be on there. This will be done in Google Forms. So I will have that up and ready. It's already up. It's ready to go. I have 2 people signed up so far. So pretty much we're going to do our first ever ones, and it'll be rules for that one. So yes, and if you're participating in the Kumite, make sure that you're using your main character. You cannot switch characters during the Kumite. That is a no-no. I had to make that one perfectly clear. You cannot switch your main. You cannot switch out your main. You cannot switch out your character during the Kumite. That is not how it works. Okay. Now let's jump right into Twitch streams because I do have something to address on that part. So for Twitch streams, because I am going to start making YouTube videos again, which by the way, we'll address the YouTube video part in the next part right here. But in the past, you guys know I usually do like. I stream like 3 to 4 times a week. Like there'll be a moment where I'll be streaming, Monday stream, Tuesday stream, and then sometimes it'll be a Friday stream and a Sunday stream, that kind of stuff. So I have decided to lower it down to just 3 streams only, and the reason for that is because I want to have that time, use up that time to actually focus on making my YouTube videos. So I am making a YouTube video right now, as a matter of fact, and I guess we can, lump it all into one into just Twitch and YouTube. Obviously, let's lump this up on the Twitch and YouTube for this one. I want to link these up to both these at the same time. So I'm going to use that opportunity. I want to, get the ball rolling. I am in the middle of developing a video right now for a Virtua Fighter. It's a Virtua Fighter video, obviously. And of course, I am currently, making, the script's done. I'm just currently, doing recording, editing, and stuff like that. And of course, I am using new hardware, which you guys probably might have noticed. as early as I want to say a couple weeks ago, like last month, as a matter of fact, because I was using it. I actually had to learn how to use it. But yeah, I am doing more than just streaming now. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to get my content out more than usual. I'm trying to do more to just upload my stream replays. I'm also making original content, and I gotta get better at uploading my clips on there, especially since you guys probably noticed this already, but I do upload my clips on YouTube Shorts, obviously. And those get me more numbers than you do on TikTok, and do get me more numbers on TikTok and Instagram online, even though I upload it on both, on all three, as a matter of fact. But yeah, TikTok has been going a little bit downhill as of late. That's why I haven't been posting on there as much. So I do hope that I'm hoping things do change up a bit. So like I said, I'm almost at 500 subs already on YouTube. So I'm hoping whatever I can do, I'm doing whatever I can to actually push that, and go into a YouTube partner at least. Because I know the only thing I have to do left is if I do get to 500, the only thing I need to do is just straight up keep my views up, and that's it. But other than that, that's what I'm gonna be focused on at that point. So I'm gonna do whatever I can to actually focus on that part. In the meantime, as for the YouTube video, of course, I wasn't going to make it a secret, but I am working on a video that talks about the stage evolution of Virtua Fighter 5 in a more detailed sense. So that's what my next video. That is what my next video is going to be. It's going to be about. It is going to be a longer video than usual, so don't be surprised. It might take over. I want to say it could be over what? It could be over 50, almost an hour at least, because I'm covering 4 different versions of VF5. VF5, R, Fall Showdown, and R.E.V.O. World Stage, which I'm gonna, of course, I'm gonna lump it all together since it's VF5 Ultimate Showdown and whatnot. So yeah, that's why I've looked up to only 4. So it shouldn't be as hard, but it is gonna be. It is probably the most dauntless task. It's gonna be the most interesting task to take. But I'm gonna do whatever I can. I'm gonna take my time. It's not gonna be out immediately. It could probably be out probably in 2026, depending on how fast I can get this done. But I'm taking my time with this one. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna rush it to get it released on December. So of course there's that. I will try to make more videos in the long. I will try to make more videos in the other outside, so that way you guys won't have an issue. Try to get some stuff in, try to get some stuff out, that kind of stuff. So I'm doing whatever I can to actually, get to what I need to do. Like, I'm doing whatever I can to actually make the video good. I want to make sure that, my research is good, of course, that kind of stuff. And I am going to ask some input from other YouTubers as well. So that's also another thing I'm doing. But other than that, though, yeah, that's my future. That's what's been happening that's what's happening. I'm pretty sure I might have forgotten something else, but yeah, a lot of things have been happening. I do apologize for not releasing the fall one. I do apologize for that, but I will say that there are things that will be happening, and here's hoping that things will get better at the end of the year. Hopefully, I get a job. Hopefully, I do get a job. Hopefully I get a job. Hopefully, something good happens. Hopefully, 2026 is better, because 2025 has been kicking me in the ass as of late. Yeah, 2025 has not been kind to me at all, and I'm sitting here like, can you give this man a break? Give Virtua Kazama a break, God, please. Oh my god. But anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching the Virtua Direct. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.